Hey guys, welcome back to S.H.Figuarts Unboxing. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video so you won't miss the future content. And in this video, we're going to take a look at the Demonical Fit, Captain Ginyu from Dragonball Z. And this guy is obviously made by a third party. I don't think S.H.Figuarts is going to get into this anytime soon, but this is all over social media. People are wondering how good this figure is, and we're about to find out. But from what I've seen, there's a lot of QC issues, and there's a lot of looselessness in the joints, which is really bad for a figure in my opinion. But anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. Wow, it looks exactly like S.H.Figuarts. But anyways, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. And here we have the figure still in their inner packaging, and he does come with a fair amount of accessories. And the paint job seems to be pretty decent, and let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and honestly, I think the figure is pretty good for what it is. The only issue I have with this figure, like everybody else, is the loose legs. Like, this is very, very bad on any figure. I think if the joints were rock solid, this figure would have been amazing, and people wouldn't complain that much. And let's just take a closer look at the figure. Everything is but like pretty decently painted and sculpted for the most part. We do have some paint bleeding here and there, but I usually don't care for that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think we can jump straight into the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much, and you can turn his head no problem. And I think you are able to move the neck, but mine is really, really stiff. I saw it on Instagram, people actually took this off, and there is a ball joint in there. But you might have to shave out some plastic if you want it to move. And for the shoulder, it does have some butterfly joint, which is really good. And you can raise his arm up about this much. You do get bicep swivel, and you can curl about this much, which is okay, and we do get the ball joint. And for the ab crunch, this is where it gets pretty interesting. You can actually move this all the way up. It's got a ball and a hinge in there, so there is a lot of movement, and you can move it side to side as well. And yeah, pretty decent ab crunch. And the leg is probably the stupidest part, right? Like, all the engineering is there, but he can't do the splits because of this piece over here. Like, this is as far as you can go because this piece is literally blocking it. I think if S.H.Figuarts were to do it, they will probably thin this out a little bit. I don't know. I digress. And you can bend about this much. You have some pretty decent side-to-side pivot like the Vegeta legs, and you do get a toe hinge. But the toe hinge is really, really tight too. I don't think I can use this unless I shave this off a little bit. And yeah, I believe that's it for the articulation. Pretty decent for a knockoff, but again, the figure would have been amazing if these are not like so loose. And yeah, let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, let us start with the default face, and I think they did a pretty good job here. Looks pretty good. And next up, we get a smirking face. And then we get a shouting face. A smirking face without a scouter. And lastly, we get a shouting face without a scouter. And for the interchangeable hands, first off, we get a pair of finger pointing hands. And then we get a pair of karate chop. And lastly, we get a pair of ki blasting hands. And I believe that's it for the accessories. And let's check out some action poses. Anyways, that was just some quick posing, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. And let's check out some size comparison. And for the size comparison, let us start with some Dragonball S.H.Figuarts. And as you guys can see, Ginyu is actually quite tall, which is pretty cool. And next up, we have some Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some American IP S.H.Figuarts. Some Street Fighters S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some Mexico 112 Collective. And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think the figure is okay. I honestly feel a little bit indifferent, because while I like parts of it, I just can't get over the loose joints. I think loose joints is like the worst thing that can happen to a figure. But that said, it's not like he's gonna fall over or anything. He can still hold up the pose just fine. And I don't think S.H.Figuarts is gonna make this guy anytime soon, so I still think it's a pretty good placeholder if you're a big fan. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.